There are three main philosophies in India, or you could possibly say there are four. Now, the role of philosophy is to talk about an individual's relationship with the reality, the truth, or God, as the layman says. The whole purpose of philosophy is to understand this relationship between us, the individual, and that transcendental reality or God or whatever you want to call it. So, there are four ways, broadly speaking, in which you could have this relationship. The first relationship, known technically as charvak, is the relationship that talks, the philosophy that talks about there is no God. Jo hai, so hai. What's here is there. And that's all there is. What your senses can perceive is the only reality. There is nothing beyond what your senses can perceive. So, the question of having a relationship with that thing, whatever that other thing is, does not exist. The moral of a charvak's life is eat, drink, make merry. They say dhrutam pibet, drink ghee. If you have to beg, borrow or steal and have ghee, have ghee. So, a charvak philosophy says there is no God, there is no transcendental reality. What your senses perceive is all the reality there is. So, the first relationship is really very easy. There is no God, there is only the individual. The second relationship, known technically, is Dvaita. Dvaita means two. The philosophy of Dvaita, propounded largely by Madhavacharya, says that there is us, the individual, and there is God up there. God is supreme, is great, is beyond everything. We are limited, constricted beings. We are servants of that God. So, we are the small, restricted human beings, servants of that great, supreme, wonderful God. There are two. There is me in my relationship as a servant, and there is God, who is the supreme being. The third philosophy, propounded mainly by Ramanujacharya, is Vishishta Advaita. Vishishta Advaita means special Advaita. Advaita, Dvaita is two. In Sanskrit is non, so non-duality. This is a Vishishta, this is a special Advaita. It says that Atma, the individual, the Atman, is part of the Paramatman, of the Supreme Self. So, we are not entirely different, but we are just a small part of that final truth. And Advaita, the philosophy of non-duality, says there is only one thing. There is only the self, and we are all the self. There is no division between us and the transcendental reality. It is one and the same. And Adi Shankaracharya gives the logic for this. He says, if that is the infinite, then there can be no division. Infinite divided by any number has to be infinite. There can be no division in infinity. So, four main philosophies. One, Charvak, that says there is no God. Two, Dvaita, that says there is God. He is up there, we are down here. Our relationship to Him is a servant with its Lord, with His Lord. The third one is Vishishta Advaita, where we are not separate. We are part of Him. We are flames of that conflagration. And the fourth one, propounded by Adi Shankaracharya, says that there is no division in infinity, because infinite cannot be divided. These are the philosophies that play, and there's a lot of discussion and debate as to what is the truth. Only a self-realized person will know what is the truth. But a very beautiful analogy has been given by Hanuman. Hanuman is supposed to be the greatest bhakta of Sri Rama. It is said that you can equal him in bhakti, but nobody could ever supersede him. Hanuman has always taken the position, it appears, of Dvaita, in the sense that he is the servant and Sri Ram is the master. And when he describes his relationship with Lord Sri Rama, it's interesting to see what he has to say. He says, Deha bhavena dasosmi. When I consider this body, I am your servant. When I consider my mind, manobhavena, when I consider my mind, then I am part of you. But when I consider my Atma, you and I are the same. So this seems to be a final resolution of man's, individual's relationship with God, depending on from where he identifies with his own personality, he will understand his relationship with God. If a predominantly physical person, they see God as the Lord. An emotional person in the height of devotion and bhakti feels almost part of him. But a person who has reached the end of the journey, who has found himself to be the self, finds that there is only one thing in the end. So different kind of relationships based on different positions of the seeker. Ramatirtha gives a good explanation of this too. Swami Ramatirtha says that when we are lower down in the spiritual path, we talk of God as He, somebody distant. As we progress, we talk to God, we say you. But when we come to the end of our journey and we find utter oneness with Him, we talk about I, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman.